Hello everyone, welcome back to Ethereal Guidance. I hope you all are doing well. In today's pick a card reading, we are going to be getting messages from your inner child to help you in your current moment. We're going to be getting messages on how your inner child views you now in this moment. So I have 3 groups for you to choose from, group 1, group 2, and group 3, and I'm actually going to also pop some seashells on there to help you choose. So for group 1, we have this seashell. For group 2, we have this seashell. And then lastly, for group 3, we have this seashell. So you can pause the video if you need more time to meditate on the piles. The timestamps will be in the description box below, and I will see you all in your readings. Hi group 1, if you chose this seashell, then this is going to be your reading where we're getting messages from your inner child, as well as messages on how your inner child currently views you. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. We have your first oracle card here, and also I did want to mention at the end of your reading, we are going to pull some messages from my teapot here, so be sure to stick around for that. So your first oracle card here, we have ask for help, and this is actually the main message that your inner child wants to give you at this time. So you guys have asked for help. Angels are celestial beings who protect everyone, and the fairies say now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. Okay, so group 1, I do feel like your inner child is really urging you, if you are in a position where you are needing help with something, anything, like literally anything, if you are in a position where you could really benefit from receiving some kind of help or assistance, I see that your inner child is really wanting you to ask for that help, okay? Your inner child is saying that you don't have to do everything alone, okay? There are resources, there are people around that are willing and able to help you. You just have to ask for it, as well as your angels. Like your angels, your spirit team, your guides, they are all around you willing to help you. You just have to ask. I'm hearing that some of you are kind of like prideful in a way when it comes to asking for help. So I think your inner child is wanting you to realize that, you don't have to do everything alone. It is okay to ask for help, and it doesn't mean that, it doesn't make you any less stronger. It doesn't make you weak for asking for help, group 1. It's quite the opposite. So we're going to grab some tarot and get some further information from your inner child. What does group 1's inner child want to tell them, Spirit? Even your inner child is saying, I'm here, I'm here. Let's see. What does group 1's inner child want to tell them, Spirit? Group 1's inner child. So we have the Ace of Swords. What does group 1's inner child want to tell them? You have Strength. Yep, like I was talking about, your inner child is saying, it doesn't make you weak to ask for help. Okay, it doesn't make you weak. Quite the opposite. It makes you very, very strong. Let's see. What does group 1's inner child want to say to group 1? We have the 10 of Wands. Yep, that makes perfect sense. 10 of Wands here. Let's get one more, please, Spirit. One more for group 1's inner child. Messages from their inner child. Your inner child is saying that you're someone that I feel is very selfless, okay? I feel like you're a very selfless person. Group 1, we have the 8 of Pentacles. You're a very selfless person. I think you take on a lot with this 10 of Wands energy. And your inner child, group 1, is wanting you to know that you don't have to keep going down this path of overexerting yourself, taking on everyone else's problems, everyone else's burdens. Like, that is not what you are here to do. Okay, like, yes, it's good to be selfless and to be helpful and to, want to take care of the people that you care about. Okay? But your inner child is saying that you need a break. Like, you need to rest. You need to start putting yourself first. And it does take a lot of courage to do that, especially if you're someone that's just very used to being in this Ten of Wands energy of just carrying all of the weight, all of the burdens, So your inner child is wanting you to ask for help when it comes to anything that is really weighing you down at this time. For some, this could be in relation to work or finances or stability, okay, with that Eight of Pentacles. For some, your inner child is wanting you to really see your worth, especially in jobs and career and in the ways that you make your money, okay? I'm getting the sense that some of you, it's like your pay doesn't match up with your workload. And your inner child is wanting you to basically stand up for yourself, okay? Find the courage, find the strength to stand up for yourself and say, like, go to your manager and say, like, I need a raise, I need a promotion, I need something to justify this workload, because it's not fair, and you don't deserve that, Group 1. That's what your inner child is wanting you to know. Like, you don't deserve to be in this Ten of Wands energy of feeling burdened and carrying this heavy load all by yourself. That is not what you are here to do. And it is okay to ask for help. Let's go ahead and grab some oracle cards here. Let's see. What does Group 1's inner child want to tell them, Spirit? I almost feel like there's a new beginning that's like wanting to come in for you with that Ace of Swords energy. But it's like you have to release these burdens, the things that are weighing you down, the things that are just really, really heavy on you, Group 1. Your inner child is really urging you to release whatever is just weighing you down, okay? And really standing up for yourself, because there is a new beginning, I feel, with this Ace of Swords. And I feel like this new beginning has a lot to do with you stepping into who you truly are and really speaking up for yourself, because the Swords is all about communication. It's all about communication. So it's like finding that courage, finding that strength. Your inner child is urging you to do that, Group 1. Messages from Group 1's inner child. Yeah, we have service. I feel good when I can help others. Yeah, I definitely felt that for you, Group 1, that you are someone that's very, very selfless. You're someone that's always giving to other people. You're always carrying the load for other people with that Ten of Wands energy. And like I said, yes, it's good to help other people, to be of service to other people, but it's like you can't be the one always taking on everyone else's problems, And I think that's what your inner child is wanting you to know at this time. It's like it's time to start prioritizing yourself and asking for help when you need it, Group 1. Let's see. So some of you may have had to grow up really quickly, I'm seeing. You may have had to grow up really, really quickly, and it's just been like you've never really been able to just worry about yourself, There's always someone else or something else that's taking priority in your life. And I feel like for many of you, this has stemmed since childhood, which is why your inner child is really urging you to release that. Your inner child is wanting better for you. because that's not who you are meant to be, just someone that's always giving to other people without receiving this help, without standing up for yourself, without putting your foot down. Like, that's not what you're here to do. We have worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Okay. So your inner child is saying don't worry. Some of you might be going through really like troubling times with that 10 of Wands energy. Like I was saying, you know, just it's a lot going on for many of you, I feel. A lot of the burden is on you. All of the pressure is on you. But like, you do have this new beginning coming in, like I said, with that Ace of Swords. So your inner child is wanting you to not worry and know that everything is going to work out. Everything is going to be fine, because you have the strength and the courage to turn things around in your life. Okay? So your inner child is wanting you to not worry. Your inner child is saying that everything is going to be okay. You do have a new beginning coming. Okay? That Ace of Swords, you do have a new beginning coming, where you're going to be able to put yourself first. And I do have to mention, like with that 10 of Wands, 10s are all about completion. So it's like you are right at the end of this journey. You're at the end of this cycle of carrying everyone else's load. And then you'll be able to step into this Ace energy, this Ace of Swords, this fresh energy, where you will be able to stand up for yourself, like truly stand up for yourself and put your foot down, as well as asking for help. We have guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So some of you might feel a sense of guilt for putting yourself first, for prioritizing your own needs over other people's. I do feel that heavily. And for many of you, like, this may have been since childhood, of you prioritizing other people's needs over your own and feeling guilty when you put yourself first. So your inner child is wanting you to release that feeling of guilt, release that need to feel like you have to take on everyone else's load, everyone else's burdens. And realize that at the end of the day, Group 1, you are here to take care of you, okay? You have to prioritize yourself. You have to prioritize your needs. And you should never, ever, ever, ever feel guilty about that, okay? Your inner child is wanting you to not feel guilty about putting yourself first. They're saying you deserve it. You deserve to put yourself first. You deserve to receive that service from other people, to receive that help from other people. And you should never feel guilty about that, because it's your birthright, is what I'm hearing. It's your birthright to be able to receive rather than give all of the time. Let's see, what else? What does Group 1's inner child want to say to them, Spirit? What does Group 1's inner child want to say to them? What does Group 1's inner child want to say to them? We have gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. Wow. Okay. You don't need someone else to fix you. No, you don't. You definitely don't. You have strength here. You know? You have strength here, because you have all of the strength, you have all of the courage. You are your own savior. But does that mean that you need to do everything alone? Absolutely not. So your inner child is saying this is not about, you know, asking for someone to be your knight in shining armor or anything like that, okay? Once again, that energy of it doesn't make you weak to ask for help. It's quite the opposite, right? Especially because you're someone that's always used to giving to other people, being of service to other people. Your inner child is wanting you to know it's not about being saved. Okay? It's not about being saved. It's about putting yourself first and doing what it takes to get yourself to where you want to be in life. And we're human beings, you know, like we're not meant to go through life alone. Like that's not how we're programmed or designed to live life or go about life. You know, we do need help from each other, but it's not about saving each other necessarily. Like it's just about that equal give and take, that reciprocity, which I think has been lacking in your life, group 1. And so your inner child is wanting you to realize that it's not about being saved. It's just about reciprocity and putting yourself first and putting your needs first for once. So now we are going to go ahead and take a look at how your inner child views you with the archetype cards here. So Spirit, how does group 1's inner child view them? How does group 1's inner child view them? Oh, okay. So we have child, divine, light attributes, innocence, purity, and redemption suggest a special connection with the divine. Shadow attribute, an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. Interesting. I kind of feel like both of these attributes apply to you in certain ways. So it's very interesting because we're talking with your inner child, group 1, and then child divine pops out. So your inner child is definitely here, okay? They are definitely here, definitely present. They're definitely with you at all times, okay? I think your inner child still kind of sees you in a way where you're very kind of, like your soul is very pure, okay? Very innocent in certain ways. And I think your inner child views you this way because of how selfless you are, right? That innocence and that purity, that with that energy, it's very easy to become extremely selfless, extremely helpful, wanting to be of service to other people because it's like, it's just that selfless energy, you know? So I think your inner child still views you in a very like kind of innocent way, because you are so selfless, which is beautiful and everything. But with this shadow attribute, an inability to defend oneself against negative forces, like I was saying, it feels like some of you struggle with either standing up for yourself, putting yourself first, like I was saying, like I've been saying this entire reading. So I think your inner child is really kind of wanting you to find a better balance between the two, right? That doesn't mean that you become a selfish person, right? And just stop helping people altogether. But it's about balance, you know? So I think your inner child sees both of these kind of qualities in you, and they want you to kind of work on balancing those out. Okay. What else, Spirit? How does group 1's inner child view them? How does group 1's inner child view them, Spirit? Let's see. Martyr, light attribute, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. Shadow attribute, addiction to self-pity. So your inner child views you as someone that I feel like is on a journey. You're on a journey of learning how to balance giving to others and giving to yourself. You're on a journey here. And I feel like your inner child is like really cheering you on at this time, group 1, saying like, you can do it, you can do it, you can, you know, reach this new beginning here where you're able to put yourself first without feeling guilty and without worrying about other people's reactions, you know, like truly just being in this energy of like, you know, I have to put myself first. I can't keep overexerting myself. I can't keep carrying everyone else's burdens. So I feel like your inner child, in a way, kind of just sees where you're headed. And I think your inner child sees you in an energy where you're in perfect alignment and perfect balance. Your inner child is always with you, group one. Like, they're always with you, always guiding you, always cheering you on. Like, your inner child is your biggest cheerleader. They're your biggest cheerleader. Let's see here. Let's get one more. How does group one's inner child view them as they are now? How does group one's inner child view them now? Wow, we have God, light attributes, benevolence, and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. Shadow attributes, despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. Wow. For your inner child to say that they view you as a god is, it's very like, I don't know the word that I'm looking for here, but it's just like, wow, you know, like I feel like your inner child, they really look up to you in a lot of ways, group one, like as you are now, how far you've come, how far you've grown, you know. I think your inner child really does kind of look up to you in a lot of ways. Yes, you have some things that I think your inner child is wanting you to work on because they want you to continue to grow and continue to progress in life. But I think your inner child also just really loves the fact that even through trials and tribulations within your life, group one, that you have always remained like this positive light force with the benevolence and compassion. You know, like you've always kind of remained regal in a lot of ways with this God energy. Like your inner child almost sees you as like something beyond the 3D. And I do see like connection to the divine. You might be someone that's very connected to the divine, connected to source, or your inner child just views you in that way. Even I'm also seeing for some like your inner child is very connected to the divine, and for you, your connection to the divine kind of goes through your inner child. Your inner child is almost like a medium between you and the divine, you and source in a lot of ways. And that might just be because, you know, children and like our inner child tend to be very like innocent and pure in a lot of ways, right? So, and filled with love, right? Like regardless, like children tend to be like born with a lot of like love and purity and innocence, right? So obviously that's very connected to source and divine here, and the divine here. So I do feel like your inner child almost kind of sees you as something beyond the 3D. They're very proud of you in a lot of ways for keeping your innocence, keeping your purity, keeping that light burning with keep that light burning inside of you. Even through all of the strife that you've gone through, all of the difficult times, the hard times, you know, you kept it pushing, you kept going. And your inner child is so proud of you for not giving up. Okay, your inner child is so proud of you for not giving up, group one. But your inner child is also saying it's time for you to put yourself first. It's time for you to let go of other people's burdens, let go of other people's struggles, even letting go of some of your own struggles that are not serving you anymore. Okay? And really learn how to put yourself first. Really learn how to put yourself first sometimes, right? But yeah, your inner child sees you as just such a pure light in this world, group one. And I think that's why they're like always around, like always wanting to be in your current energy in a lot of ways, because it's like they're just so proud of how far you've come and the fact that you never gave up. And there might have been times in your life where you really, really wanted to. And your inner child is just so happy that you didn't, because it's like they're saying, look how far you've come and you have no idea what's in store for you in the future. we have that Ace of Swords, which is a new beginning, okay? A new beginning is coming in for you. And your inner child is saying you have no idea what's in store for you. It's going to get so good, okay? Yeah, and you're totally deserving of this. Your inner child is saying you're totally deserving of this. This is meant for you, and this is divinely orchestrated. I'm also getting the message that for some, like, your inner child has been, like, in a way orchestrating this new beginning for you, like with the universe, with the guides, with the divine. Like, in a way, they're bringing this new beginning to you, and they're gonna like really urge you to step into this new beginning here. I think for some, like, this new beginning is going to come in. It might be a new opportunity or something of the sort, or even just some kind of clarity here, like an aha moment. And it's really going to light up your inner child. Like, I feel like you will be able to physically feel the excitement of your inner child when this new beginning comes in. And that's kind of how you'll know, you know, like your inner child's going to be so excited. And it might remind you of a feeling that you used to have a lot as a child, like a good feeling, you know, either when there was something to look forward to, or you were doing something that you really loved as a child, and you get like a really, really good, positive, high vibe feeling. It's that kind of feeling that will show up again within you physically when this new beginning comes in. And you'll definitely be able to feel your inner child then. So, yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and pull from the teapot here. So we're going to grab our little teacup, place this in the center. And so how this is going to work is I'm going to shuffle the contents within the teapot, and whatever lands in the teacup or on the saucer here is going to be like our main messages from your inner child. And then anything that falls around are just going to be just, you know, little extra tidbits. So let's see. Any other messages from Group 1's inner child, please? Any other messages from Group 1's inner child, please? Let's see. Okay. And these might just be like little extra like confirmations and things of that nature. Anything else from Group 1's inner child, please? Whoa, okay. So we'll take a look at the surrounding energies first. So you guys, wow, we have more money. Nice. We love to see it. We did have that Eight of Pentacles energy, so I did feel like, you know, there's this element of work that your inner child wanted to mention here. So we have soon. We have the number 6. We have Capricorn. Okay, so some of you may be a Capricorn or have it in your chart. We have the Sun here, which I feel like this is your inner child saying that you are such a ray of sunshine. Also, I think your inner child is just telling you that really happy, sunny, fabulous days are ahead, okay? Very, very soon, I feel, for many of you. We have the Diamond, okay? So your inner child sees you as something that's just priceless, okay? They see you as someone that is just very, very priceless, and they don't want you to forget that. We have new love, okay? So you might have some new love headed your way. We have trust. So your inner child is wanting you to definitely trust, okay? Trust in the divine, trust in yourself, trust in your inner child, okay? Trust that everything is happening exactly as it needs to. We have the letter I. So some of you might have a name that starts with I, or it might be within your name somewhere. Whoa. We have the letter S. Okay. And is that everything that's surrounding? I think so. So we'll go ahead and take a look at your main messages. We have take action, okay? So if there's something that you've been wanting to take action on, group 1, take this as your confirmation to take action. Your inner child is really wanting you to take action on that thing. We did have that Ace of Swords energy, which was indicating something new, something fresh, right? So take that as confirmation. We have Scorpio and we have Aries. Okay, now within the teacup, we have you know them. Okay, so that might apply to someone here. Let's see. We also have the letter D, the letter N, and the letter T. Okay, so D and T-I-S are the letters here. So you might be able to spell a word, possibly, or it might be initials, or it might have some kind of significance for them, or for you. So yeah, I think that is everything for you, group 1. I do hope you enjoyed this reading and that it resonated for you. If it did, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will hopefully see you all in the next video. Bye! Hi group 2, if you chose this seashell, then this is going to be your reading where we are getting messages from your inner child to help you out in your current moment, as well as messages on how they view you currently. So we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading. We have your first oracle card here, and very quickly I did want to mention at the end of your reading we are going to be pulling extra messages from the teapot here, so be sure to stick around for that. So starting off with your first card here, this is the main message that your inner child wanted to give you today. So you guys got journey. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. Wow. Group 2, that's actually pretty exciting. So some of you may actually be planning a trip right now, or if you are not planning a trip currently, I do see that your inner child is kind of wanting to give you a heads up that there is a journey that you are about to embark on here. Some kind of trip, some kind of vacation possibly. You might be going outside of the country. I'm hearing for some you might be going outside of the country for the very first time. So that's very, very exciting. But yeah, there's something very exciting coming up for you, group 1, and your inner child, I feel, is very, very excited for this journey that you're about to go on. So we're going to grab some tarot and get some further information. What does group 2's inner child want to tell them today? What does group 2's inner child want to tell them? What messages does group 2's inner child have for them today? Okay, so we have the Hermit. Very interesting, because the Hermit is all about a journey, normally an inward journey. So for some, this could be a journey within the self as well. What does group 2's inner child want to tell them? Okay, so we have the World popping out. Very interesting, because the World can also talk about travel, you know, traveling the world. Very interesting. Let's get 2 more, please, Spirit. What does group 2's inner child? So what I'm also seeing is that for some of you, you might be going on some kind of like solo trip with the Hermit energy here. You might be going on some kind of trip by yourself to just reflect, relax, you know, just spend time with the self. We also have the 5 of Pentacles coming out here, which is also a card of being like alone. It's more so a card of feeling abandoned and left out in the cold in a lot of ways. But I do feel like for you, Group 2, if you are someone that's been dealing with feelings of loneliness or just feeling left out in the cold, abandoned, just feeling disconnected from other people, I almost see that you're going to be embracing this solitude here and just like using it to your advantage. Lastly, we have the Page of Swords. So yeah, you are stepping into a new energy and your inner child is very, very excited for this. So I will say that, not necessarily all of you are literally traveling, okay? Because we do have this Hermit energy, and the Hermit energy is normally a journey inwards, like an inward journey. A journey of getting to know the self, of getting to know your soul, right? So for some, your inner child is letting you know, giving you a little bit of a heads up that you are about to embark on an inward journey. For others of you, this is a literal journey within the world. Like I was saying, we have the World card. The World card can also represent beginnings and endings, right? So you're closing some kind of cycle here. And for some, this cycle could be this Five of Pentacles, the cycle of feeling alone, feeling abandoned, or even having financial hardships. That is also coming to a close. And that's why your inner child is so excited, because I feel like for many of you, you're going to be able to do things that you've never been able to do before, okay? And I almost feel like you are not going to have a problem doing these things by yourself, okay? So whether that is literally traveling to other places, you're not going to have an issue doing that by yourself, okay? Or if it's just trying new activities, trying new hobbies, you're not going to have any problems trying these things by yourself. And that might be something that you struggle with now, or you've struggled with in the recent past, okay? Doing things by yourself, feeling content by yourself, okay? Not feeling like you need other people around all the time in order to do things. I think that's also something that many of you may have struggled with, or are currently struggling with. So I see that with the World card, that cycle, that period of your life is coming to an end, and your inner child is so excited for this new beginning for you. Whether this is just an inward journey that you're going on, of really finding yourself, of really, just doing things for yourself, or this is you going on a trip and traveling, seeing the world. You might be doing this by yourself once again, which is also really nice. Like, it's nice to be able to travel by yourself and not have to take into account anyone else sometimes, just make sure you're being safe and all of that good stuff. But I do think sometimes it's important to be able to, travel by yourself or experience certain things by yourself. And I think that's what your inner child is kind of urging you to do, or just kind of prepping you to do, to not be afraid to do things by yourself or try things by yourself, okay? I'm also seeing that your inner child is wanting you to know that thing that you've been wanting to do. This Page of Swords, this is something that you've never done before, okay? There's something that many of you have never done before that you've been wanting to do, okay? You're like a novice at it, right? And it might require some kind of learning, like learning something on how to do something, okay? That thing that you've always wanted to do, your inner child is telling you that you're going to do it very soon. That's the next thing coming for you, okay? You're going to be able to do it, whether it's because of money issues, not being able to do it, or just internal things holding you back, okay? That's ending with that World card here. So your inner child is really excited that you're going to be able to do something that you've always wanted to do. And I'm also seeing that, if you are traveling by yourself, I'm seeing that you're going to have such a fun time, doing this by yourself. But I also feel like during your travels, you're actually going to meet a lot of like-minded people, and possibly even like your soul tribe for some of you, okay? Like, you're going to be meeting a lot of people who you just mesh so well with. So it's like this Five of Pentacles energy is done, okay? Regardless of how this message is resonating for you, because I'm getting kind of like a lot of messages and like a lot of variations of the same kind of message. So however this Five of Pentacles is resonating for you, whether this is you feeling lonely, feeling abandoned, left out in the cold, or financial hardships, or all of the above, regardless, this is ending for you. And your inner child was like really like trying to let you know, like, this is done. All right, this is ending. You're going to find so much peace and contentment within yourself with the Hermit here, that it's like you don't necessarily need anyone, right? Like, you don't need anyone. You're completely content and fine by yourself. You're fine doing things by yourself. You enjoy doing things by yourself. You enjoy being in solitude and just spending time with yourself. And being in that energy is actually, weirdly enough, going to attract more people that are like you, more like-minded people like you, because you're going to be so connected to yourself. So your inner child is so excited for this new beginning, this new journey of your life. Group 2. They're so excited for you, and they're wanting you to get excited too, because I do feel like this is what's next for you. Okay, let's grab some oracle cards. What messages does group 2's inner child have for them? What messages does group 2's inner child have for them? We have Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Okay. Some of you might be like really hard on yourselves at times. Okay. I'm seeing that some of you are really hard on yourselves. Like, you hold yourself up to like crazy high standards or expectations, or it could even be that you're comparing yourselves to other people and other people's lives, and you're feeling maybe like less than because you don't match up to what you're seeing in other people's lives. Or yeah, there's this element of almost jealousy in a way, but it's more so you putting yourself down for not living up to what you think other people's expectations are of you in a lot of ways. I hope I'm making sense with that. I feel like for many of you, this Judgment is referring to how you judge yourself. Okay? Because with this Five of Pentacles energy, like, this is a card of loneliness, and it's a card of financial hardship. So whether or not you feel like, maybe you feel like you should have more friends, right? Or maybe you feel like you should have more money at this point in your life. Maybe you feel like you should have had more experiences at this time in your life. Your inner child is wanting you to release that and recognize that you are on your own unique path with its own unique challenges. Okay? Like, this is your path. This is your journey. This is your life. No one else's in group 2. So you shouldn't cast that judgment down on yourself, because this path was created uniquely for you, for your needs. Okay? Regardless of what you see going on in other people's lives, you know, that's their path. That's none of your business, is what your inner child is saying. Your inner child is saying, worry about yourself. With that Hermit energy, that makes sense. So your inner child is wanting you to not cast judgment down on yourself and your own unique path here. Realize that you're exactly where you are meant to be. Realize that things are not always going to be the way that they are now, okay? Especially if you're someone going through hardships, which with that Five of Pentacles, I feel like many of you are going through certain hardships in life currently, but that's changing with the World card. That's changing, okay? So your inner child is wanting you to release that judgment of yourself and just allow yourself to be. Release your judgment of them as well. Some of you may judge your younger selves in a way, almost like cringing in a way, I feel. I mean, who doesn't cringe at their younger self occasionally, you know? But I think your inner child is wanting you to release that judgment, okay? What else, Spirit? What else does Group 2's inner child want to tell them? We have empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Okay. I also feel like your inner child is wanting you to be more empathetic towards them in a lot of ways. Being empathetic towards them and being empathetic towards your own path, your own challenges, your own experiences. Okay? Yeah, there's this energy of your inner child wanting you to liven up in a way when it comes to thinking about your past or thinking about your childhood. Obviously, if you went through like a troubling childhood, you know, take this how it resonates, but try and really grasp onto the more positive aspects of your childhood rather than the negative, and rather than the parts that make you like cringe or whatever. Your inner child wants you to kind of see the beauty in what you've gone through. Okay, and obviously, like I said, take that how it resonates, because I know some people have gone through really, really troubling childhood. So just take that how it resonates for you specifically. But I do feel like your inner child is just wanting you to be more empathetic towards your journey and where you come from. Okay. Finding gratitude where you can as well. Let's get one more of these, please, Spirit. What other message does Group 2's inner child have for them? Group 2's inner child. We have courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Okay. So your inner child is actually wanting you to, you know, as far as you going on this new journey here, I feel like this is going to be a big change with that World card here, because this is a completion of a cycle, right? This is the last card of the major arcana. So this is a big, big, big completion here. And after the World card, you become the Fool, which makes sense. Which makes sense with this Page of Swords energy, because this is a novice, right? So I think your inner child is wanting you to have courage to step into this new path, to do things by yourself if that's something that you struggle with, right? Doing things by yourself, being in solitude, right? Find the courage in that, find strength in that. Okay, face your fears with confidence. Your inner child is saying, you got this, okay? You got this. That's what like all of these trials and tribulations have been preparing you for. It's been preparing you for this journey here. And now it's almost time for you to embark on this journey. So your inner child is wanting you to get ready, like mentally prepare yourself. Okay? Be ready to face your fears. Be ready to find your strength. Okay? Because it's coming. It's coming. And your inner child is really so excited for you, okay? So excited, because I feel like for many of you, this has a lot to do with something that you've always wanted to do or that you've wanted to do for a long time. So it's like you're finally going to be able to make your dreams come true in certain ways. Let's see. What messages does Group 2's inner child have for them? And then we're going to grab archetype cards to see how they currently view you. And then we're going to end off with your teapot messages. All right. What other messages does Group 2's inner child have for them, Spirit? Let's see. We have thorns. Weave together the crown you deserve. Okay. And I was drawn to the 14 here in the corner. So I feel like for some of you, this is a message specifically coming from the 14-year-old version of yourself, okay? That's for some. Weave together the crown you deserve. I think that's a really beautiful message. So your inner child, or even like your inner teen, your inner 14-year-old, Group 2, is wanting you to take action on the things that you want because you deserve it. Okay? You deserve to experience the things that you want to experience in life. Okay? Your inner child is wanting you to not back down or not shy away from the things that you want out of fear. Okay? Or even like fearing, like judging yourself, right? It might be that for some of you, it's like you want to do something, but you judge yourself for wanting to do that thing for some reason. Your inner child is wanting you to release that and just allow yourself to experience, right? Just allow yourself to indulge in all of the beauty and excitement in the world, okay? Because you deserve it. Weave together the crown you deserve. Okay, and do so without judgment. Do so without judgment. You're allowed to have fun and experience things without judging yourself or even allowing others to judge you. Okay? You deserve to indulge in all of the beauty and the fun and the excitement in the world. That is your right. That is your birthright, group 2. But yeah, there is also this element of you needing to take action, right? Like weave together the crown you deserve. That's you taking action to bring in or create something that you want for yourself, that you deserve, and doing so without judgment. Okay? So we're going to grab some archetype cards now, and we're going to see how your inner child views you now. How does group 2's inner child view them now? How does group 2's inner child view them now? How does group 2's inner child view them now? We have Thief. Light attribute sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Shadow attribute stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. Okay. So I feel like your inner child sees you as someone with so much potential. So much potential. Group 2. Sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Yeah. Which makes sense as well with that hermit energy. It's almost like you don't notice the potential within yourself, which is why you're going on this journey with the hermit card. This is an internal journey, okay? Some it's like you're doing both. You're doing an internal journey as well as an external journey, okay? But at the very least, I feel like all of you are going on an internal journey, whether you've already started it or you're going to start it very, very soon here. And you're going on this journey to tap into this potential wealth within you, okay? Your inner child is very, very well aware of the potential that is within you, that is a part of you, okay? But it's almost like you judge it in a way, maybe because it doesn't live up to society standards, you know? Or maybe it's just seen as something different within society or within your community, right? So that's where that judgment kind of comes from. And that's why you're going on this inner journey, because your inner child needs you to see the potential within you, because that's a part of you. It can never, ever, ever be stolen. We have Teacher. Light attribute, ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Shadow attributes, manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits, and destructive skills. So some of you may be a teacher, or you may want to be a teacher, or you may have wanted to be a teacher in the past. You don't have to, of course. But I think your inner child sees you as someone with a lot of knowledge, okay? Like thus far on your journey, like you have gained a lot of knowledge. Okay, and you might actually be very excellent at communicating your knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom, but maybe it's like you haven't even tapped into your potential of being some kind of guru or some kind of teacher or some kind of counselor. And so that's why you're going on this inner journey with the Hermit card here, group 2. That is why, because your inner child is wanting you to recognize just how like fantastic you are, you know, and realizing like you are very knowledgeable, you are very wise, okay, and you have a lot of skills, but I think a lot of you just don't recognize that, grab one more of these, please, Spirit. How does group 2's inner child view them? We have Lover. Light attributes, great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. Shadow attributes, obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. Okay. So they see you as someone that is very, like, not only, like, lovable, okay, like someone deserving of love. They see that you are someone that loves to love, okay? And I'm being drawn to the roses here with the thorns, right? Which obviously roses are like symbols of love in a lot of ways. So I feel like your inner child sees that you are someone that is so filled with love. And it could be that you feel like you don't have anyone to give your love to. Group 2, with that 5 of Pentacles energy, feeling alone, feeling lonely, abandoned. So it may be that you feel like you don't have anyone to give all this love to that you have within you. Your inner child is saying, for one, this love that you have within you, give it to yourself. First and foremost, give it to yourself because you are deserving of that love. And number 2, you're going on this new journey, like I've said, and you, like, as you're going on this journey, especially if this is a physical journey for some, you will meet like-minded people, and you will meet people that are deserving of your love, that you will be willing to give your love to, okay? But first and foremost, and the most important thing, is that you give this love to yourself, okay? Give yourself that great passion and devotion, and that unbridled appreciation, because that is who you are, and that is what you are deserving of, okay? So I think we're going to go ahead and grab the messages from the teacup, or the teapot rather. So the way that this will work is whatever lands in the teacup or the saucer here will be the main messages, and anything that falls around it are going to just be like little extra tidbits, some dessert, okay? So let's go ahead and get started here. Any last messages from group 2's inner child, please? Any last messages from group 2's inner child? Let's see. And some of these messages just might be like extra confirmations, okay? Any last messages from group 2's inner child? Let's see. Last messages from group 2's inner child. Okay. We're going to leave it at that. So let's start with the surrounding messages here. I'm going to put this to the side just really quickly. You have a lot of surrounding messages. So we have new love. So yeah, like I was saying, you're going to go on this journey, and you know, you're going to be meeting more people, more like-minded people that are deserving of your love. So we have that new love coming in. We have more money. Like I was saying, with that 5 of Pentacles energy, I do feel like a lot of you are going to be coming into more money here. We have the letter B, the letter V. Let's see. We have the letter G, the letter X. Oops. Okay. We have heart chakra. Wow, that makes so much sense with new love and lover here. I feel like you're going to be having an expansion within your heart chakra. Okay. Opening up your heart chakra. It'll get better. Your inner child wants you to know that it will get better. We have, I don't know if that's an O or a 0. We have the travel sticker. Yeah, you're going on a trip. You're going on a trip, okay? You got the travel sticker here. So you're definitely going on a trip, doing a little bit of traveling. We have leap of faith. It might require a leap of faith though, okay? Like I was saying, with the major arcana, the world is the last card of the major arcana, and then it goes back to the Fool. And the Fool is all about a leap of faith. So you're going to have to take some kind of leap of faith. You're going to have to find that courage to do so. We have the letter L. And you guys have my tying the knot. So this can symbolize commitment of some sort, whether this is romantic, which it could be. You do have new love coming in, you have lover, you have heart chakra. So for some, this could be you committing to someone, or this could be you committing to yourself towards your own happiness, okay? Or it could even be a commitment in terms of career, okay? Signing some kind of contract or something of that nature, okay? And you also have Aquarius. So some of you may be an Aquarius or have that in your chart, or that might be the sign of someone that you're going to meet, possibly a new love. So in your actual teacup here, these are the main messages that your inner child wanted to give you, as well as these. So let's take a look. So you guys have Gemini. Okay, Gemini. So you might be a Gemini, sun, moon, rising, have it in your chart. You have call me, the little cell phone here. So with the phone here, this can indicate some kind of important phone call, some kind of important message, communication. Gemini is also about communication as well. So yeah, something about communication coming in that's going to be very, very important. It might come in the form of a phone call, or it might be like an email, or even through an app as well. We have the letter U, we have the letter S, and we have sensuality. So you're going to be entering a more sensual time, I feel, which once again makes sense with that lover energy, heart chakra, new love. Like some of you might even be traveling with a new love, okay? And that's going to be kind of like a leap of faith, or traveling to meet a new love, I feel. Okay, but you're entering a more like sensual time, where I think you're going to be feeling really good about yourself, and I feel like you're going to be very, very attractive. Like that's like the main thing. I'm also seeing some of you might get a DM, okay, a DM of someone that is romantically interested in you, okay, and they might have the initials U or S, and they might be a Gemini. Okay, but yeah, USBGOVXL. So I'm not sure, let me think of any words. I don't know, I can't think right now. Log, log, bog, I don't know. Bus, that's travel. But yeah, us. I just realized that. Us. That's beautiful. Us. So yeah, there's another person here. There's another person that's coming that your inner child is really excited about. Group 2. They're really excited about it. And they might be a Gemini or a Libra. Okay, they don't have to be, but you might be a Gemini or a Libra. Or Gemini season or Aquarius season might be important. You might be traveling during Gemini season or Aquarius season, so that is also something. But yeah, I think that will conclude your reading today, Group 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading and that it resonated for you. If it did, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will hopefully see you all in the next video. Bye! Hi Group 3, if you chose this seashell, then this is going to be your reading, where we're getting messages from your inner child, as well as messages on how they currently view you. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. I have your first oracle card here, and also very quickly, I did want to mention at the end of your reading, we are going to be pulling messages from the teapot here, so be sure to stick around for that. So your first oracle card here is the main message from your inner child, and they wanted to give you the message of transformation. This fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. Wow, that's exciting, Group 3. So your inner child is wanting you, or wanting to let you know that you are going through a transformation. You are going through a transformative period in your life right now. And I'm picking up that this might be a pretty difficult transformation, but your inner child is wanting you to know that this is happening for your highest and greatest good. Okay, you are going to be transforming into a beautiful, beautiful butterfly, and your life is going to transform all around you into something very, very beautiful that I feel like your inner child is very excited for you to experience. So we're going to grab some tarot here and get some further information from your inner child. Let's see, group 3. What does group 3's inner child want to tell them? They're very excited for you to go through this transformative period, this transformation, group 3, because I'm hearing at the other side of this transformation, you are actually going to be very connected to your inner child in a lot of ways. And I think it's because you're going to be able to enjoy life a lot more. You're going to be able to enjoy yourself a lot more, and that is going to allow you to connect to your inner child a lot more. So I think that's why they're very, very excited about this. What does group 3's inner child want to tell them, Spirit? Group 3's inner child. Let's see. We have the 8 of Wands. Okay. So things are starting to pick up the pace. Things are about to move very, very quickly for you. Okay, this might be a really quick transformation, or it's like, I feel like many of you have already been going through some kind of transformation, and it's like you're right at the finish line. Okay, you're right at the finish line. Like things are about to start happening very, very rapidly. Okay, what does group 3's inner child want to tell them? Let's see. Group 3's inner child, what do you want to tell them? You have the 4 of Swords. This is a card of rest. Wow. It almost makes me feel like, you know, the 8 of Wands is a card of like really rapid, fast movement, fiery movement, passionate movement, right? So it's almost making me think of, you know, as a child when you'd go outside and you'd play, like especially during the summertime, you'd go outside and you would be outside playing all day with your friends, right? And it's just like fun. You're just burning energy all day long, right? And then at the end of the day, you'd come into the house, or even sometimes during the middle of the day, come into the house and just rest, right? You'd just be knocked out because you just exerted so much energy, right? That's what this is making me think of right here. And it's making me think that your life is about to kind of take on that energy again, where it's like you're having so much fun during the day with this 8 of Wands. Just go, 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 go. But it's not in a way that's like extremely draining or anything, because it's something that you want to do. Okay, you're doing the things that you want to do. You're experiencing the things that you want to do. This is your playtime. Okay, this is you like playing with your friends during the summertime, right? And then at the end of the day, you're able to come into the house, and you're just able to rest and relax. Okay, and it's like, I had a good day. That's kind of what I'm picking up here. Let's see. What else does group 3's inner child want to say to them? Let's see. What does group 3's inner child want to say? And it could also be that, you know, if you're someone where it's like your life has just been go, 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 go all the time, and it's really, really draining and stressful, I feel like you're going to be entering a period where you get to just slow down and rest a little bit with that 4 of Swords. We have the Lovers popping out. Okay. So this could be new love coming in. Yeah, for some, there's new love coming in. Where it's like you don't have to, I don't want to say, it's not that you don't have to put in work. Obviously, with every relationship, you have to put in some kind of work, but it's not like strenuous, you know? Like it's not something that feels like a burden or something that you really have to try hard at, you know? It's just natural. Okay, let's see. Let's get one more card here. Also, your inner child loves you. Okay, your inner child absolutely loves you and adores you, and they just can't wait for you to experience life on the other end of this transformative period. Let's grab one more. What does group 3's inner child want to say to them? Group 3's inner child. Okay. So we have the Page of Cups, which is my card of surprises. So you might have a surprise on the way, might come in the form of a new lover, okay? They might catch you off guard here. Pages are also messengers, so could be a message from someone here that kind of comes out of the blue, a heartfelt message with the cup energy. All right, because those cups are all about emotions. It's all about emotions. So yeah, your inner child, group 3, is so excited for you. Okay, life is really about to start picking up in the best way possible for most of you. Okay, you know, for some of you, like if life has been feeling a bit dry, a bit stagnant, a bit slow, just not all that interesting, that is changing. Okay, that is transforming here. Okay, things are definitely going to start picking up, but it's not in a way that's going to be overwhelming, okay? Because we do have that Four of Swords here, which indicates rest. So you're going to have plenty of time to play and plenty of time to rest and relax and regroup yourself, okay? I do also feel like, you know, for those of you that are not wanting love, you might still have a love offer coming to you just out of the blue. But I'm also seeing that with the Lovers here. The Lovers is also a decision-making card. So I feel like you are going to be entering a period of your life where you are choosing love in everything that you do. You are choosing to do the things that really set your soul on fire, that really that are just really aligned with your heart space, okay? You're doing the things that you love. And I feel like your inner child is just so excited about this new period of your life that you're coming into. And they kind of just want to give you a heads up that, hey, like things are really about to start taking off here. That is why you've been going through this transformative period, okay? I feel like for some of you, this transformative period has been a little bit tricky and a little bit difficult at times. I mean, I think most transformative periods are, because it's transformation, it's getting you out of your comfort zone, it's change, right? And change can always be very, very uncomfortable. So your inner child is wanting you to know that this is not in vain, and that actually on the other end of this transformative period, you are going to also be very connected with your inner child, because like I said, you're going to be entering this period where you're able to play more, you're able to experience more fun and joy in your life, and things are really going to be picking up pace here. And it might even come kind of out of the blue with this Page of Cups energy, because the Page of Cups, like I said, this is my card of surprises, so it kind of just feels like there's a surprise, there's like a little gift waiting for you at the other end of this transformative period that's really going to kick things off for you. And this might come in the form of a new lover, or it could be an opportunity that is really aligned with you and your soul purpose, okay? So we're going to grab some more oracle cards here and get some more information from your inner child. What does group 3's inner child want to tell them? What does group 3's inner child want to tell them? I'm also getting the message that your inner child doesn't want you to be afraid of transforming, because they're not going anywhere. So some of you might kind of fear going through transformation or change because it's like you don't want to be disconnected from your inner child in some way, and your inner child wants you to know that, you know, you could never be disconnected. They are a part of you, and they will be with you forever. Okay, let's see, what does group 3's inner child want to tell them? What does group 3's inner child want to tell them? Group 3. Wow, we have happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. I love this for you, group 3. Yeah, if you are struggling with finding your happiness in your current moment, your inner child wants you to know that get ready, okay? Because you are about to be flooded with happiness, okay? And doing what makes you happy means you're on the right path as well, okay? Your inner child wants you to know that. Doing what makes you happy means you're on the right path. So if you're doing something and it doesn't make you happy, or if you're with someone and they're not making you happy, it's not the right path for you, group 3. Your inner child just wants the best for you, you know? Let's see, what else does group 3's inner child want to tell them? Group 3's inner child. We have judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Okay. So I think your inner child wants you to kind of, in a way, appreciate your journey so far, rather than judging it, rather than judging your journey, okay, judging your life path, okay, really kind of embrace it, okay, and understand that, you know, your path is unique to you. No one else is living your life. No one else has access to your path. Your path is uniquely yours. And yes, it's going to have its challenges. Everyone has their own unique set of challenges, right? So I think your inner child wants you to not be like judgmental of that, but rather embrace that and recognize that this path that you've been on and these challenges and experiences that you've had are ultimately what's leading you to your happiness, you know, and it's led you to where you are right now, which for some of you might feel like a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's a good thing, because you are about to enter this period of your life where you have so much happiness, you don't know what to do with it, you know, and if you didn't go on this particular path, you would never be able to experience the things that you are about to experience. Okay, so your inner child wants you to kind of just embrace your path, embrace the things that have happened in your past, okay, and recognize that those things had to happen for you to end up where you are now and where you're going to be in the future. And let me tell you, your future is very, very, very bright. Group 3, we have regret. I know that I cannot change the past. So once again, that element of like judging, you know, that judgment. Some of you may struggle with like looking back on your life in the past, maybe decisions that you've made or just experiences, anything, and you possibly regret certain things, and you judge yourself for making certain decisions or doing certain things or being a certain way or whatever the case. So your inner child wants you to release that, and instead of looking back on the past with regret and judgment, look back on it with fondness and just realize that, you know, the things that happened in the past, the decisions that you made, those were just stepping stones to get you to where you are truly meant to be. And you cannot get to where you're truly meant to be without first going through these lessons, okay? So I think your inner child is wanting you to just remember that. Just remember that, Group 3. Let's see, what else does Group 3's inner child want to tell them? What does Group 3's inner child want to tell them? There's also this element of just moving forward. Your inner child doesn't want you to think too much back on the past. Okay, like don't dwell on it is what I'm trying to say. Don't dwell on the past. Your inner child is wanting you to just move forward, okay? Just full speed ahead, 8 of Wands. Just full speed ahead, all right? Don't dwell on the past. You can't change it, right? The only thing you can do is live in the present moment and make decisions in the present moment to have a good future, okay? So you have confidence. It comes with time and practice. And the number 23, some of you may be 23. You don't have to be, of course. So yeah, confidence, it comes with time and practice. I do feel like this is your inner child speaking of, you know, your journey thus far. You know, you've had to go through all of the challenges and tribulations that you've had to go through, because that's leading you to ultimately like where you need to be and who you need to be, okay? And for some, this is confidence, you know? You've had to go through certain things to learn how to find your confidence, all right? And your inner child wants you to know it takes time and practice, okay? This is something that you learn as you grow and as you transform, all right? It doesn't just happen overnight. So don't beat yourself up too hard about not being where you want to be in life or where you expected yourself to be in life at this time, okay? Really give yourself that grace and that patience, all right? Because you deserve it. You deserve that grace and that patience and that gentleness. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and grab some archetype cards and see how your inner child views you now. How does group 3's inner child view them now? Yeah, some of you are like as a child or in your past, you really struggled with confidence, okay? And you might regret that. Okay? You might regret not being more confident, not being more headstrong, okay? Your inner child is wanting you to know, like, it's okay. Like, it's all right. You don't need to regret it because that takes time and practice, okay? That takes time and practice. So don't look back on the past. Don't look back on your childhood and regret your lack of confidence or your lack of courage, your lack of strength, because you still needed to go through lessons in order to learn how to step into that confidence and how to gain that strength and that courage, okay? So it's like, it's not even fair to judge your younger self for that. And that's what your inner child wants you to know for some. So now we'll see how your inner child currently views you as you are now. How does group 3's inner child view them now? How does group 3's inner child view them now? We have dilettante, light attributes, delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Shadow attribute, pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. Okay. So you might be someone that has like a lot of gifts. Like you might be naturally talented at a lot of things, or you just might have a lot of different interests. And I think your inner child is like really impressed by that, actually. Your inner child is really impressed by that. So some of you might have a lot of different hobbies or a lot of different interests that have nothing to do with each other. Okay. And your inner child is like really impressed by that. Or for some, it's like you have a lot of different interests, but you don't really pursue them. And your inner child is wanting you to pursue those, okay? Like anything that interests you, pursue it, okay? Once again, with that lover's energy, this is you making the decision to follow your heart and follow your interests, okay? So your inner child, wants you to do that if you're not doing it already. And if you are doing that, your inner child is very, very impressed, okay? And it might also be that you have a lot of interest from your childhood that you never got to explore. And like now is the time for you to do that. And so your inner child is really urging you to do that, group 3. We have seeker, light attribute, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Shadow attribute, inability to commit to a path once found. Okay. So you might be someone that's like has a thirst for knowledge, You might have a thirst for knowledge. Some of you I'm seeing are like really into history. So you're always trying to like gather like history facts or even like science facts as well. I'm seeing for some, just facts about things you're interested in. And your inner child wants you to never, ever, ever let that go. Okay. Never, ever, ever stop seeking. Never stop having a thirst for wisdom. Never stop trying to seek out the truth. Like always keep that within you. I think that's also kind of a part of your inner child as well. Like your inner child is that little seeker here. And so by you acknowledging that and you following those little hunches of interests is like you acknowledging your inner child, and your inner child gets very, very happy and excited whenever you do that. So never, never stop doing that. That really helps for you to connect with your inner child. Okay. Let's get one more of these, please, Spirit. One more, please, for group 3. Messages, or not messages, but how their inner child views them now. How does their inner child view them now? Let's see. Trickster, light attribute, transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. Shadow attribute, manipulating others through duplicity. So, some of you might like magic tricks, or you might have liked magic tricks as a child. But also, I feel like this is you like almost in a way forging a new path. Okay. And another thing, if you're someone that lives in a society where having like multiple interests is kind of frowned upon, especially when it comes to career, you know, that is you transcending the convention and the stuffiness and the predictable behavior, right? And I think your inner child is really impressed by that, okay? Some of you might still struggle with doing that, with allowing yourself to have multiple interests. And I do see you like through that transformative energy. You know, that's something that you're going to work through. But your inner child is so proud of you, just following your heart. Or as you begin this new journey, you're going to start following your heart, okay? And your inner child is very excited for this new journey for you, okay? But yeah, I feel like they see you as someone that is on their own path. Okay, you're someone that I think has either found their confidence to forge their own path, or you're right there, like you're right there with that transformative energy of really stepping into your confidence and doing whatever it is that you want to do. Group 3, and your inner child is very, very impressed by that, okay? Because that's something that I feel like they may have struggled with finding their own path and sticking with their own path and acknowledging their own interests, all of their interests, okay, instead of just sticking to one thing. I feel like as you are now, you are starting to just do whatever you want, essentially, you know, doing what sets your heart on fire, pursuing your passions, okay? No matter how different they may be from each other. This is you transcending convention, okay? Doing things differently than how maybe you were expected to, okay? How your younger self was raised to be. This is you forging your own path, and that's how your inner child views you. They view you as a leader in a lot of ways. You know, they view you as a leader. And they're so impressed by that, because I feel like many of you may have struggled with that as a child, so they're very, very impressed by that growth and that transformation within you, okay? And for some, maybe that doesn't resonate just yet, but it is coming, okay? Because you're in that transformative period, and I feel like you're at the very end of it, because we have that 8 of Wands, which means things are really going to start picking up here very, very soon. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into your teacup or your teapot messages. And so how this will work is the messages that land in the teacup or on the saucer are the main messages from your inner child, and anything that lands on the outskirts are just like little extra tidbits, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. What messages does Group 3's inner child have for them? Group 3's inner child. What other messages? Any other messages from Group 3's inner child? Okay, that should be good. Okay, and one thing fell on the floor. Let me grab that. Okay, so what fell on the floor was the letter S. Okay, what I'm actually hearing for this is that for like somebody here, there's someone in your life whose initial is the letter S, first, middle, or last name, that you probably need to distance yourself from, okay? So that's only for like one person or something. We have Capricorn here. We have, let's see, we have Leap of Faith. Okay, Leap of Faith. So we do have that Page of Cups energy, which is like that surprise element. So there might be something coming in kind of out of the blue that you're gonna kind of have to take a leap of faith on. So yes, we have 3. So this could be like 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. I don't know. We have the letter X. Hold on, let me move this up. I just realized you can't even see what I'm doing. Leap of faith, the letter 3, or number 3, letter S, letter X, okay? You also have the diamond, okay? So your inner child thinks you shine bright like a diamond. I think they think you're very, very beautiful, very, very priceless, okay? Like I was saying, that transformation, you're coming out the other end as a beautiful, beautiful butterfly. So you also have the little envelope here. So there might be a message headed your way. Like I was saying, I think I said this for you. Did I say this for you? I don't know. There might be some kind of communication coming in out of the blue, some kind of love offer. So there's that. We also have divine timing. Okay, so divine timing is at play in your life. And we have the letter V. Okay, is that everything on the outskirts? I think so. Now, as far as the most important parts. So you guys have 1111. So you might be seeing 1111 a lot. I'm seeing that 1111 is a sign directly from your inner child, okay? So if you start seeing 1111 a lot, that is a sign from your inner child. We have the letter D, okay? So that might be an initial of yours, first, middle, or last name, or that might just be a letter that is in your name somewhere. We have L as well. I was hearing, or I'm thinking of like down low, I don't know, like something secretive. I don't know. We have Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. Doesn't have to be. Could just be somewhere in your chart, or that could be with that lover energy. Could be someone that you are potentially meeting here. We have the number 5. Okay. We have B. Okay. You know what's kind of freaking me out, group 3, is that these letters are like my initials, like the BLD, that's like my first, middle, and last name initials, so that's kind of funny. And we have, yeah, I said the letter G. Let's see if I can pick it up here, flip it around, letter G. And we have Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, perfect. So you may be an Aquarius or a Scorpio or a Capricorn, or have it in your chart, or that might be like the next person that you're attracting here. Are there any words that I can put together here? Let's see. I don't know. DLBGSXV. I have no idea, but feel free to try and put something together for yourself. But I think that is all I have for you today, group 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading and that it resonated for you. If it did, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will hopefully see you all in the next video. Bye!